power drawers on tool carts now, along with power outlets and stuff like that. It's just, they take up a lot of space. I mean, these 3 tools right here weigh the same as this tool does with a battery, a 1/2-inch impact. These are behemoths, and you know, what up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! How you doing? I hope you've had a great week. I've had a fantastic week. And today's video is going to ruffle some feathers. Probably. I hope not. I hope people understand that this is not intentional for ruffling feathers. This is to maybe help people decide when they're on the fence. And I know a lot of people are wanting to save money. And I feel like this is a lost thing. People are just automatically going to this. And then if you've seen the title, it's Air Tools, top 5 reasons why Air Tools are better than cordless. And I know this has been a debate in the past, but I feel like every time there's a new cordless tool comes out, it just pushes the Air Tool line back farther. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love spending $500 on a new cordless tool. I mean, but at the same aspect, why would I spend $500 when I can spend $200 or less on something that has more maneuverability? This is the Capri 3/8 drive flex head impact, and it's really become one of my staples. Now, a lot of people will say that the convenience of a cordless tool is definitely handier. I mean, I can take this and I'm not attached to anything. I suppose that's the way a lot of guys feel about their marriage, they wish. Who knows? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Some of you guys are happily married, I know. But nonetheless, and now this is definitely something that's more useful under a car, but the number 1 reason is price. The number 5 reason is price. There's just, number 5, number 1, it doesn't matter. 5 reasons, they're really not in any numerical order. Let's just go that route. But the top reason is price. A 3/8 impact that's cordless is generally going to cost you. Now, if you have batteries, people will always say that. If you have batteries, you know, but you had to pay something for the original combo kit. So let's say you're getting into Air Tools, or you're wanting to buy a cordless tool, and you're thinking about cordless versus this, and you know, you're basically looking at spending $500 on that one particularly, but you can probably buy a Milwaukee or Dewalt or Ryobi. There's many options out there, let's just say for $250 on average. And I don't want to get into semantics of which one's the cheapest. That's not my point, okay? Hopefully you guys understand that. The number 4 reason is that, like this one, there's more options. There's tools out there in cordless or in Air Tools in some aspects that are more options. Now, if you're a contractor, there's obviously more options in cordless tools because you have different features, and they're bigger for cordless tools. But for mechanics, there's really more options in the Air Tool line. For instance, you have things like this die grinder, flathead ratchets, which they just finally at Matco released one, but they're really not out to the general public. Matco is the only one that has a cordless one that's a flathead, but look at the size difference. Okay, that's a big thing. So for mechanic stuff, there's an option. Now I know what a lot of people are already going to say, and if you're not watching the whole video, then you're obviously going to miss out on this. But the other thing is people are going to say cost of an air compressor. You can buy a decent air compressor for around, and this is going to be my number 3 reason, is that price versus air compressors versus batteries is going to cost you a lot less, in my opinion. After you get done outfitting a whole system, outfitting a whole system with 20-volt batteries, 12-volt batteries, you're looking at thousands of dollars. And that's no joke. I mean, if you're going to buy cordless tools, you're going to have to buy combo kits. And honestly, I would say, realistically, to buy a whole set, you're going to spend $2,000. There might be some disagreements on that. Maybe you don't need that much stuff. But for a mechanic, I would say minimum requirements are probably a ratchet, And I have 3/8 impact, a 1/2 inch impact, a ratchet, and those 3 tools you can buy for less than $500. Some cases for just all those tools in there. Now, the number 2 reason is going to be the batteries. It's just the amount of batteries that you have to have. They only last 3 years versus buying an air compressor that, like for my instance, mine, which is an Atlas, it's Mac branded, but it's an Atlas, is approximately 20 some years old now. Never had a problem with it. So I paid a one-time fee of $600 20 years ago, and I've had the same air compressor. Granted, it's not the biggest one, but it definitely will do the work. Now, we did have that discussion of what size should you buy, and it depends on the work you're doing. We're not going to get into those semantics, but the reality of it is and all in all, for under, I guarantee you, I could probably find a pretty good air tool setup for probably less than $1,400 versus probably getting any type of cordless, whether it be Mac, Dewalt, Milwaukee, whoever it is. Once you start outfitting an entire cordless setup, you're going to have a lot of money into it. It's probably going to be $2,000. A lot of people probably have at least $2,000 invested. So that's my number 2 reason, is because batteries are just not, they don't last as long as an air compressor does. And an air compressor is nice to have because it pumps up tires faster. They don't make an electric pump out there that pumps up with a good air compressor does. So I guess that's kind of a dual-wheeled number 2. And my number 1 reason is, did I already say price? Yeah, I think I did. Number 5. My number 1 reason is they're really not. My number 1 reason is space. Absolutely 100% less take up of space, and they have tools, unfortunately, that you just don't get with cordless. They don't make a cordless air hammer, and that's a big one right there for me. Cordless air hammer is an essential tool for taking out suspension parts and whatnot. And as you can see, these 3 tools right here weigh the same as this tool does with a battery, a 1/2 inch impact. These are behemoths. And you know, Dewalt came out with their new impact, and it's probably, just for the impact alone, it's probably $250, $300. That's not including the batteries. The kit is going to run you $500, but the space that 2 batteries, a charger, an impact is going to take, I mean, for crying out loud, they literally have toolboxes with storage drawers. In fact, we can just look at mine. I mean, this is a power drawer, and this drawer is basically riddled, and I don't even have all my tools in here. But this is a pretty deep drawer, as you can see. And they make all these power drawers on tool carts now, along with power outlets and stuff like that. It's just, they take up a lot of space. I mean, I only have a 3/8 impact, a drill. I got some Milwaukee tools, as you can see, a couple Dewalt, or Mac tools. I got an impact, another 3/8 Dewalt. There's my Mac drill. I have I have a Milwaukee drill and cordless Milwaukee soldering iron, stapler, all those things. And there's really, that wouldn't even cut for half the tools that I need. So know that cordless tools are not getting any cheaper. There's a huge market out there. There's a lot of, I mean, cordless tools are one of the top market, and people are just falling into this trap I see over and over. And reality of it is a good old air tool, the technology on a good old air tool has really been still pretty top notch versus a lot of the cordless. And a lot of people give up on it. I mean, this tool right here alone is over 20 years old, and they're just now starting to make cordless ones like this. So anyways, guys, like I said, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.